Hello and welcome everybody to this week's edition of ESA BIC Nordic Academy. We are very pleased today to welcome Daphne Dimudi from EUSPA. I always forget, EU Space Program Agency. That's right, Daphne?
Yes, the European Union Agency for the Space Program.
Great. And today, Daphne will present the array of opportunities that EU and EUSPA provides for supporting space startups, both within funding, within matchmaking, training, and also we are, well, at least I am interested in learning more about the new Cassini acceleration programs that should begin here this, I guess, beginning of this year or first or second quarter. So welcome, Daphne. We're pleased to have you here. And for those who don't know me, I'm Sune Nordentoft. I'm the manager of ESA BIC Denmark, who is organizing this series of presentations. So please, Daphne, the floor is yours. And I will, at the end, after Daphne's presentation, I will moderate a quick Q&A for those who have questions. But let's hear what Daphne has to present. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the warm welcome. Thanks, Sune and Josephine, for organizing this session. I'm very excited to be here today. I'm very excited to talk to all of you. I'm also particularly excited to see who's behind the Nordic space startups ecosystem, because it's like some startups we don't particularly work with and would like to get to know you better. So this is the perfect occasion to be here today and discuss with all of you. As Sune mentioned, I would like to talk to you today about opportunities for startups, mainly funding opportunities, but also business opportunities for space startups, that they are active in both space downstream, but also space upstream. So for the different initiatives, you will see me explaining which initiative targets which kind of domain. And all these opportunities that they lay within the EU frameworks and programs of the European Union. So I say no more because I have so much information to share with you, and I'm going to show you many things today in all the slides. And for all the things you will be seeing today, I have provided the relevant links, dates, prizes, cash prizes. So I hope that after this session, you will have the chance to get the slides, so you will go through in more detail. And of course, I will welcome all your questions at the end of the session. You can either write in the chat or, like, soon I will be collecting the questions so we can discuss afterwards. So let me start. I'm going to share screen. Okay, now we should have everything. Okay, apologies for this. In live presentations, this happened even after 2 years of online presentations. I apologize. So as I was saying, a few words about the EUSPA, who we are and what we do at the European Union Agency for the Space Program. First of all, we are the agency in charge of providing and operating the European satellite navigation services, the European Satellite Navigation Program, Galileo and EGNOS, but also we are in charge of promoting the commercialization of Galileo, EGNOS, and Copernicus. So we are in charge of the market uptake of the of Europe's Earth observation system, which is Copernicus. So we are in charge of creating a market, creating the relevant products and services that they are using the EU space data derived from these satellites. We are also in charge of coordinating Europe's forthcoming GovSatcom program. This is the governmental satellite communications program, but also SST, the satellite survey sorry, yes, the SSD. And last but not least, we are in charge of the security accreditation, of course, of all these above mentioned EU space program components. We are located in Prague, in Czech Republic, but we have offices in more countries. We have an office also in France, in the Saint-Germain-en-Laye, also in the Netherlands and Spain. And we are a relatively small agency, but growing very, very rapidly. Currently, we count more than 250 staff members coming from 22 nationalities. And as I said, we are growing a lot. So I will not talk about more about the USPA. You're very welcome to discuss afterwards or visit our website to get familiar with our activities we deal with. But I would really like to focus the whole presentation on the opportunities for space startups. You see on the title that here I write space downstream, but in fact, all of these components, they focus on the space upstream. And they all address the opportunities for the financial perspective of 2021 up to 2027. And I particularly like this slide you see now, because it's a very nice summary of what is out there available. And you see all the work programs, the different initiatives under these two umbrellas. So you see on the left of the slide that there are 4 initiatives that they are dedicated space support. These are funding programs that they target specifically space businesses. But there are also 2 initiatives you see on the bottom of the slide that they are open to space, but not limited to. These are like funding programs for research and acceleration and scale up, that they are open to more sciences and more topics, including space. So if I go one by one, the list, starting from the top, first of all, you see that we have a Horizon Europe. I guess that most of you are familiar with Horizon Europe. It's the EU's biggest research and innovation program. We are talking about more than 80 billion euro for research. And part of this pie, part of this huge pot of budget, we are also managing some budget for space activities. We are under Cluster 4, Digital Industry and Space. And our target there, the budget we manage at the EU SPA, is for the development of downstream applications. And we give budget in form of grants. And in the next slides, I'm going to tell you what is the availability of budget, what are the topics we have available, and how you can apply for Horizon Europe. Of course, in Horizon Europe, there are many other calls and areas where EGNSS and Copernicus are mentioned. So you can take a look. I have provided here, as you can see, a list of calls. So it's not only the EU SPA calls or the ESA calls within Horizon Europe, but there is a whole list of around 100 calls for proposals where you can apply because they quote the use of Galileo or Copernicus. The third item and initiative I have listed here is the Fundamental Elements Program. The Fundamental Elements Program is a funding tool we have invented here at the EU SPA, and we are exclusively managing. And it's for the development of EGNSS receivers, chipsets, and antennas. We have also some dedicated budget, and normally we launch call for grants or procurements for a dedicated action. And also in the next slides, I'm going to show you what is now available, which call for grants is now open where you can apply. And last but not least, a very big topic, and it's a big hype. Recently, everybody is talking about it. It's the new favorite thing in the space world. It's called Cassini. And it's a very big tool with a very big budget, 1 billion euro for the perspective of 2021 to 2027, that has several sub-components inside, which I'm going to present you. I'm going to be particularly extensive and explaining about Cassini. Because I think it's the most interesting and the most relevant for the space startups and companies. Last but not least, the last two initiatives you see, we'll talk about the ESC, the European Innovation Council. That it has several also instruments that companies can apply for grants and equity. And last but not least, there is the InvestEU, another funding opportunity where you get indirect debt products via commercial banks or loans, for example. So, as promised, first of all, I listed all of them here so you can take a look to all the links. But now I will go one by one so we can see what's available out there. I start with Horizon Europe. As I mentioned, EUSPA is managing some part of the budget, of the whole budget. We are launching a call for grants almost every year. And this time we launched a call for grants very, very recently. It was like just before Christmas on 3rd of November. So now there was a very big call of around 50 million euro that is organized in 6 different topics. So within this Horizon Europe call of 2022, you see that first of all, there is a topic on EGNSS applications for smart mobility. This is a topic where you can apply when you're using space data in transport segments like aviation, rail, road, maritime, public transportation, and not only. If you take a look at the topic description, you will see that it's very wide, very open. So like the meaning of smart mobility, how to eliminate CO2 emissions, for example, mobility as a service, and all these new trends around mobility are there and they are eligible. So like if you have any applications or ideas around this topic, the budget is 9.5 million euro and the funding rate you can see is 70%. The next topic is on public sector as Galileo and or Copernicus user. This is our public procurement topic. And this aims to creating tailored made services for the public sector. It's when some public authorities join forces to create space products that they are addressing exclusively their needs. Products that they are using Galileo or Copernicus, and they are tailored to the public sector. Here we have a relatively small topic of 5.2 million because it's kind of pilot topic, but the funding rate is 100%. The next topic is on the Copernicus downstream applications and the European data economy. I think this topic is self-explanatory. Around 10 million euro budget and 70% funding rate. The same is the next topic on the large-scale Copernicus data uptake with AI and HPC. Also with 9.6 million euro budget, and here we have 100% funding rate because this is a research and innovation action, so you are eligible to get the entire funding. There is also a topic on designing space-based downstream applications with international partners. This is a topic addressing activities that go beyond the EU borders. The budget is 5.1 million euro, and again, a funding rate of 100%. And very in addition, for the very first time, we dedicated part of the budget for GovSatcom service developments and demonstrations. As GovSatcom is something very, very new and forthcoming, we want to do some research and exploit what could be the developments and the services within this area. 9 million euro topic and also 100% funding rate. As you can see, you can read more details about each topic on the European Commission's Fundings and Tenders portal. You can find the link on the bottom of the slide. I would just like to mention for those of you who haven't applied for Horizon Europe, you always need at least 3 legal entities when applying. You need to form a consortium of at least 3 legal entities coming from at least 3 different EU member states. You can also involve associated countries. Normally, Horizon Europe, it's a tool mainly for research, so addressing lower TRL technologies, but those that have also a strong commercialization potential. And I would also like to mention that normally Horizon Europe, it's a tool that I know that some startups have some difficulty to understand or to apply because of the heavy administration or a lot of paperwork behind. But I would really give it a try. The deadline is on 2nd of March for all 6 topics, so there is enough time. And you can also find partners on the same link. So in case you click on the link, you can find the relevant partners and take a look on further details in case you want to give it a try. So after Horizon Europe, I go further to the next initiative, the Fundamental Elements Program. As I was mentioning, this is our very own program for the development of eGNSS receivers, chipsets, and antennas. Right now, we have a call open where you can apply. The call is a call for grants specifically, and it's targeting artificial intelligence, machine learning. So there, if you have an idea on how to design, develop, test, and validate artificial intelligence or machine learning techniques powered by professional GNSS receivers, then take a look at this topic. Again, it's rather open. Here, you don't need to form a consortium. You can apply also as a single entity. The available budget we have is 3 million euro, and the deadline is on 13th of February, so almost 1 month. So there is enough time in case you decide to go over it. And I would like also to mention that within Fundamental Elements, there will be more call for grants coming. There is a whole list that we are planning to publish in 2023. So I would invite you to keep an eye open on the USPA's website. So you take a look on the new topics that we will be publishing for Fundamental Elements. And that being said, and after we talked about Horizon Europe and Fundamental Elements, I would like to present you Cassini. And I know that there is a particular interest and a lot of fuss around it because it's something very, very new. And it's something addressing all the space startups, space entrepreneurs. And it was the European Commission's ambitious plan to create an initiative that will be only for the startups. It will be mainly for the entrepreneurs, and you will have the opportunity to grow. You will have the opportunity to scale up, and you don't have to compete with the big corporates when dealing with EU budget, like in Horizon, for example. So what was the objective of the Cassini? Cassini was born with a clear vision for European space businesses and markets. It was a clear message that there is a strong need for a new industry setup. There was a clear message that we need to reinforce the entrepreneurs and the space businesses. We need to allow new entrants to unlock the market and allow new players in this setup. It is clear that we want to stimulate private investment. This is something that here in Europe, we are a little bit still trying to catch up in comparison to other markets like Asia or US. So we want to stimulate private investment. We want to create space startups that they are fit to attract private investment and create new markets and new very innovative solutions. So this is how Cassini initiative was born. It will be running up to 2027, and the overall budget allocated is 1 billion euro for the entire financial perspective. Now, in order to achieve this, of course, we had to create different components that they will be dealing with different things. So let's take a look on these sub boxes that we have on the slide, starting from left. So you see that there is a component on promotion, and there is a component called Cassini Hackathons and Mentoring, with the objective to incentivize new ideas. So this is the very entry where participants with new ideas can participate in order to generate new ideas. One step further, there is another component, the innovation competitions. So here we have several Cassini prizes. So with the objective not only to incentivize new ideas, but also to develop disruptive technologies. So once you have an idea, you have the opportunity to realize the idea and get it into life. One step further, there is the business growth component. And for this reason, we came up with the Cassini Business Accelerator. The objective of the Cassini Business Accelerator is to make space business investment ready. So we get to train, to mentor and coach the space businesses to make them fit in order to be able to attract investments, both public and private investments. Another component within Cassini is also the matchmaking. And the tool here, we'll be talking about the Cassini matchmaking with investors, but also the Cassini industrial partnering. So you're not only meeting with investors, but also with large corporations. And the objective here is to connect startups with VC funds to attract investors and venture capitals, but also commercial partners, and bring you in contact and like initiate discussions and investments in this direction. And last but not least, there is a very big envelope of 800 million euro. So going on investment, on the actual investment. And for this reason, we have another component of Cassini called the Cassini Seed and Growth Funding Facility, or like called InvestEU. And the objective is to increase the number of venture capital funds that go to space. So as I was saying, right now in Europe, most of space startups rely heavily on public funding, but it is time to change this. It's time to stimulate private investment, and it's really time to increase the number of venture capital funds that go to space. You have the link to the Cassini.eu website summarizing all the components. But I'm gonna now talk to you about the next opportunities on each component. Starting from the hackathons, as I was saying, the objective of the hackathons is to incentivize new ideas. There are 2 hackathons per year. We already started in 2021, so we already had 5 editions organized. And each edition, each hackathon has a specific topic. It has a theme around which the hackers and the startups can brainstorm, can hack, program, and come up with a solution. The hackathons, as I was saying, they happen twice per year, around March and around November, in 10 different locations in Europe at the same time. It's normally over a weekend, so the hackers can travel to the closest destination, the closest location to their country. And over the weekend, they contribute towards solving important problems we set for both society and also industry. And by this, we are able to foster the next generation of entrepreneurs and to create a truly pan-European experience. So let's see, when is the next hackathon? The next hackathon, the 5th edition, is going to happen on the 24th to 26th of March. And below you can see the 10 different locations. So when it comes to the Nordic region, we are very happy to mention that there will be a hackathon in Sweden, in Luleå. So in case you have any idea around defense and security, because the 5th Cassini hackathon will challenge participants to strengthen Europe's defense and security capabilities with the help of European space technologies. So if you have any ideas around defense and security and you want to participate, you may choose your location, Sweden included. And you see some like indicative areas where you can develop your solution, for example, enabling cross-terrain mobility or making the seas more secure. I guess this topic is particularly attractive for the Nordic region, or protecting our critical infrastructure. But as I said, these are like examples of ideas within defense and security and what we mean by defense and security. But of course, these are not limited to, like we are very open to receive any kind of ideas around this topic. So once you make up your mind, you may visit the website to choose your location. You can register, form a team, or like you can participate also alone, and book your calendars for 24th of March in order to participate in the next hackathon. I'm now moving on to the Cassini prizes. So after the hackathons and incentivation of new ideas, we will talk about the Cassini prizes. And the Cassini prizes, how they are different from the hackathons. They target a little bit more mature ideas, and they are structured in a way where you can actually develop your solution. So here we have 2 different prizes. We have the Cassini Maritime Prize, where you can see now on your screen. The name is a little bit misleading because in fact, it's not really about maritime, but the prize is about the detection, monitoring, and removal of microplastics, litter, and any other pollution from rivers, shores, and coastal zones in order to support the prevention of ocean pollution. So here we want to see ideas that they use space data and create data-driven marine or maritime digital applications. Of course, we would like to see the use of Copernicus data, which is very, very relevant for such application. but also Galileo, or like even better, the synergy of the two programs in combination with other data sources like AI or high-performing computing, big data processing, and other technologies you may want to bring on board. This prize is also targeting space startups and SMEs, and the deadline is still far away on the 3rd of May. We will be selecting and awarding 3 winners, so the 3 best solutions will receive almost €1 million cash prize each. So it's a very big pot of money. It's a very sensitive topic at the heart of the EU's Green Deal. So in case you want to apply, I invite all of you to take a look at the European Commission's Funding and Tenders portal, where you can find the relevant application forms, competition rules, and so on. Now, except of the Cassini Maritime Prize, we organize another form of prizes, and this is our very own initiative at the EU SPA, namely My EU Space Competition. It's a competition for startups that they are innovating on the use of EU space data. So with this competition, with this prize, we target the development of commercial solutions. For example, to name a few, can be mobile apps, can be wearables, robotics, drones, smart glasses, etc. That they are using EU space data and their synergies. Anyone can apply in My EU Space. It's open to entrepreneurs, startups, scale-ups, university students, that they are coming from any EU member states, Norway, Switzerland, or Iceland. Now, in order to facilitate the organization of the prize, we organize it in 3 different tracks. So you can either apply with an idea, but we have already passed the deadline for this. So now the focus is the application with a prototype. So in case you have a prototype of, let's say, TRL 4 to 6, you're working on a solution that it has been already tested in a relevant environment, and you're planning to bring it further into the market, you can apply with this prototype. The deadline is pretty soon, so it's on the 10th of February. You still have enough days. The application form is really user-friendly. It's very easy to participate in this. And we will be selecting the 10 best prototypes that will immediately win a cash prize of €30,000 and can go further and continue competing in the next tracks of the competition. At the same time, you might not have a prototype, you might have already a product. You might be so advanced that you have already a commercial product and you are already in the market, you have already established customers, but you want to scale up further your business. This is also fine, and we have also a relevant track for this. So the deadline for submissions for the products is a bit later, 25th of April. And here we will be choosing the 5 best and most promising products that will win €100,000 each. Cash prize, it's not a grant, it's we execute immediately the payment, is just to award these good solutions. Also, we are organizing My EU Space around 3 innovation areas. So not only tracks, but also some innovation areas. So if you're dealing with consumer solutions that they are addressing everyday life, sports, health, tourism, or gaming, there is a topic called Space My Life where you can apply in. Or there is another topic called Our Green Planet, where here you can apply with a solution addressing environmental challenges, sustainable life, and the green transformation of corporates. Last but not least, we have our like little techie geek topic called Diving Deep Tech. And here we are targeting solutions that combine EU space data with deep technologies like artificial intelligence, quantum, blockchain, metaverse, and all these cool hype things happening now. I would like to see what kind of solutions can be born by combining space with deep tech. So if you see something interesting and you have the relevant maturity to participate in, we will be more than happy to receive your application. Also, in case you want to find out more, I am organizing an online webinar, particularly on my EU space, where we will be explaining more, also how to participate, the conditions, and participation rules, evaluation rules, etc., happening on the 30th of January at 4 p.m. So I have introduced the link, the WebEx link, where you can click and join us to find out more. So after we discussed about how to incentivize new ideas and how to develop these technologies, and once you are there and you have already a product or service in place, we go further to the next step, that is the Cassini matchmaking. And here, the idea is to bring together the companies, the startups, the entrepreneurs, together with investors. So they're like, this initiative is two-folded. There is the investor matchmaking, and with the objective to create links between the startups and the venture capitals. And also there is the industrial partnering, with the objective to create links between the startups and large corporations. Of course, the advantages are numerous in this case, because startups can benefit from direct access to investors. We often hear how much startups struggle to get in contact or even get the opportunity to pitch in front of an investor or a VC. But also investors can get in touch with steady, high-performing companies, so they have an idea of what they would like to invest in. So they get a pool of relevant startups and high-performing companies that they have a great business solution. And last but not least, the corporations, they often look for these like young, enthusiastic startups where they can fuel innovation and make their organizations fitter for the future. So this is really an ecosystem where everyone can benefit from everyone. Now, let me tell you how exactly this works in practice, how you can participate in the Cassini matchmaking. First of all, the Cassini matchmaking is also organized around some themes, but these are like some indicative thematic topics, but not limited to. So we put like some suggestions, but of course, if you find yourself being active in a completely different innovation area, you're absolutely fit and welcome to participate still. So you see now the themes for the next 1 year: smart logistics and transportation, smart cities and urban mobility, managing and protecting Earth's resources from space. But also you can see there are topics on space upstream. And here it's more important to see solutions for next-gen spacecraft manufacturing and operation. So how to apply? In practice, there is a platform. You can see here the link where companies, corporates, and investors can apply and express their needs. So you go to the website, there are several questions about your profile, if you are a startup, your solution, your financing needs, what kind of tickets you are seeking for, what is the maturity of your solution, like there are different things we will ask you. The same corporates and investors, they are expressing what they are looking into and what are the solutions they would like to invest in. And then this AI platform is analyzing all this information and data and is doing the relevant matchmaking and is producing tailor-made matches. So once these tailor-made matches are done, you have the opportunity to meet your match in person in the strategic matchmaking events we organize. So you don't only get the chance to get an online contact with a VC, but we participate in the matchmaking events and you have your time to discuss and pitch and present your idea. Now, for 2023, you see already the 4 events, the 4 matchmaking events we have decided to participate in. This is for the first semester of 23. So you see, we'll be in Barcelona in February as part of the Mobile World Congress. A very important event in Stockholm, so we'll be also in the Nordics. As you may know, now the European Union has the presidency, Sweden has the presidency of the European Union. So we'll be visiting Sweden many times, and we'll be in a very big startups event in Stockholm, Tech Show in May. We'll be also in Latitude 59, very good startup event in Tallinn, and also Viva Tech Paris in June. These are the events we have confirmed, but we expect the list to grow further. Also, as we'll be going through the year, more priorities will arise, so we might decide to join more events. These are the confirmed ones that we know we're going. I think matchmaking is an excellent opportunity for everyone. Literally everyone can apply. It's open for both space upstream and downstream. So you have nothing to lose, just visit the platform. It's open until end of June. There's enough time, but the sooner the better. So you have more opportunities to go to events and meet investors. And yeah, you can read more details on the website. And
Daphne, sorry, can I just interrupt just to make you aware? We have 10 minutes left now.
Yes, I'm almost done. So
yeah,
I
okay.
finished
with
Cassini.
Yeah.
I wanted to mention that there is one more Cassini component which I didn't mention because it's about to start. It's called the Cassini Business Accelerator, with the objective to provide business services and acceleration to space startups. And I can confirm launch 1st of February 2023. So like literally in very few days, you're going to hear about the Business Accelerator. Keep an eye open because we will open a platform and will be open also available for applications. I couldn't put a slide on it as it's still not there, but I can unofficially inform you about the date, 1st of February. So mark your calendars and wait for it. Now, we've seen all these opportunities that they were dedicated to space companies, space startups, but there are some other initiatives. But as I said earlier, they are not dedicated to space as such, but they are also open to, like the European Innovation Council, that it's funding very breakthrough and disruptive technologies that they are not bankable, that they are too risky for private investors. So the European Union is taking this risk and still is investing on these very disruptive technologies. There are different tools within EIC targeting different technologies, but also different maturity of technologies. If your solution is at the very early stage of TRL 1 to 4, you may take a look at the EIC Pathfinder. For solutions at TRL 4 to 6, you may want to take a look at the EIC Transition. These are mainly grants. And most importantly, a very important tool is the EIC Accelerator, where you can if you have a technology at TRL 6 up to 8, 9, if you are already commercial, you may apply and get grants and equity. So it's like blended financing, up to 2.5 million euro grant and up to 15 million euro equity that will help you to scale up further. Now, I want to highlight something very important. In case you decide to apply for the EIC Accelerator, I would really encourage you to take a look at the EIC Accelerator challenges, because there is a specific theme on space technologies and services. So you don't get to compete with any, like all the other technologies like health tech, med tech, fintech, and so on. But the competition is much lower because you compete only with space technologies and services. And here I have also added the cutoff dates. So 22nd of March is already cutoff date in case you want to go for the EIC Accelerator Challenge. I particularly highlight this. And I'm coming to an end of my presentation. We have a very dear initiative to all the space startups that they are starting now. So any kind of individual, startup, entrepreneur, SME who wants to get into this business and they want to learn the ins and outs of building a space application, they can join this fully free, fully online program. It's some curricula about learning about the EU space program and all the technical skills you need to know, how to use the space data, how to integrate space data in your application. But also there are different curricula on the business skills and how to develop your business plan, your business model, how to get access to funding, IPR, resource allocation. There are many, many curricula, there are many training modules you can attend. There is also free mentoring. There is a pool of mentors, and each startup can get up to 4 hours of free mentoring with the selected mentor you will find and you will choose from the database. So don't miss the opportunity, because as I said, this is a very good program and you can just use it for free and learn various things. So in case, just to wrap up, in case you are active in space, either on the downstream business or on the upstream business, no matter what is the maturity, how advanced is your company, and you have a product in place or not, doesn't matter if you are not working with the EU SPA or you are working with ESA or you have been accelerated by an ESA BIC. We are part of the same family after all. We are part of the same umbrella. You can also reach out to us in case we can help you with reaching out to any of our contacts or network of investors, or help you find customers we work with. We will be very happy to also hear from you and hear what you are developing. And we also have a functional mailbox that you can see here on the bottom of the screen. So you can drop us an email and we'll be very happy to connect and discuss with you. And this is all from my side. I'm sorry if I took a bit longer. And I will be very happy to take your questions, if any.
I can also inform the participants that we have another separate talk coming up on the Cassini matchmaking initiative. And we are also now hopefully getting a talk on the Business Accelerator initiative when it's public after February 1st. So we will also have presentations, on separate presentations on some of these topics. So, but if there are no further questions, I think I would like to thank Daphne for the presentation and your time as well. Despite technical difficulties, we got through the interesting content. And yeah, feel free from the Danish side, of course, Danish startups can contact us on our side, and Daphne is generous to also offer her assistance for participants. Yeah, stay tuned in this series of presentations. So we will keep you updated on the EU space entrepreneurship initiatives. as Stephanie said, something interesting is going on here. Yeah, we'll keep you updated. So
thanks again, Sune. Thanks again for the invitation. It was great talking to you, and I'm going to share, of course, all the material with the participants, and hope to hear from all of you in the future.
Thank you very much, and thank you to everybody on this call. Have a great evening.